They say when God closes a door, He opens a window. And sometimes you just need to take a leap of faith. Welcome back to Small Business Diaries, Episode 3.
I know that I cannot bring myself to give up because I cannot give up something that I don't feel that God has led me to throw in the towel yet. I don't believe God has led me to turn my back on made in His image. It is a business that God has opened many doors for and provided for, and I need to do my part and stick with it until He says otherwise.
Officially closed Made in His Image, and I have a pop-up shop September 11th, 2025. What is going on?
After trying without really knowing what to do to keep Made in His Image open, I saw absolutely no growth. It was obvious that this door in my life was closing, but also not entirely at the same time. I tried to keep Made in His Image open, but the website fees were getting expensive and there were 0 sales, and after being rejected from another job I had applied for, I realized this isn't working. Something needs to change. So I did some research. I realized my shop wasn't search engine optimized at all, and most important, the name wasn't search engine optimized. I also kind of wanted to go in a slightly different direction brand-wise, and I had gotten some requests for a specific product that just didn't fit Made in His Image's brand.
Shopify recently sent me this tap and chip card reader for free. I got a $50 credit and it cost $49, so I want to unbox it.
And so finally, after much consideration and conversations with my mother, I made the decision to officially close my small business, Made in His Image. I obviously wasn't going to just give up on my dream of running my own small business. I wasn't going to give up stationery in general, so I needed a new business.
It is so nice, like, oh my word. So it looks like I have to set this up, so I'm gonna go do that. So today we have another extremely busy day ahead of us. I have to do the plan is to do all the sticker sheets that I'm gonna have at the pop-up, which are all my sticker sheet designs. To finish the bee spiral journals, to finish binding all the prayer journals, the adult prayer journals and the kids prayer journals, and to do the bookmarks. That's the plan.
It might sound silly to close a failing shop just to open another one. However, when I first opened Made in His Image, I had no idea how to run a business. I had no idea what I was doing. I'd never gone to business school or done any classes business related. I just knew that I had a passion for the things that I make, the things that I sell, and I wanted to go for it.
So we're officially 11 days out from the pop-up. I have a lot of stuff done and still a lot more to do. I'm not actually as stressed as I would assume I would have been, I'm actually pretty calm, and even though I know I have a lot to do, I'm just kind of like, I can do it, like I got this. And that might be the delusion talking, but either way, I'm like not very stressed or anxious, as I was like before even, and as probably as I will be later on this week. But you know what, for right now, I'm pretty chill, and I'm just like taking it one step at a time, and I'm very thankful for that. I did a lot of production today. I wanted to film more, but I ended up not getting around to it because storage issues on my device and everything. But I got a lot of pages printed out for my spiral journals. I got all my vinyl cut, well, all the pieces of my vinyl cut and then put in the machine to cut for the acrylic bookmarks, which I also did finish the rest of my designing that I need to do. I ordered a couple more supplies that I'm gonna need, and they are arriving 4 days before the pop-up, so those last 4 days are going to be very busy, but we're gonna make it through. And right now some stuff is printing. I got all my kids' prayer journal covers printed and just a lot done today, and I'm very thankful for that.
I'm very thankful for Made in His Image and for taking that leap and opening my small business, because I learned a lot. I realized I made a lot of mistakes business-wise. I focused more on making products and less on getting them seen by my target audience. I realized I didn't even have an exact target audience that I wanted, and just not enough research went into it. And it was kind of set up for failure. I decided to use all of the knowledge that I garnered from opening Made in His Image, and from the year and a half of running Made in His Image, the mistakes that I made and the things that I did right, and pour everything into my new business. Now I know a lot of what went wrong. I know how not to repeat the same mistakes. Now obviously, I still don't know very much, and I'm probably bound to make mistakes still. However, this new business I feel is more set up for success than my last one. I did more research as to what would be a good search engine optimized name, and I chose the name, The Cozy Christian Co. Before I even opened the Cozy Christian Co., and while I still had Made in His Image, I had gone into a store and asked around to see if I could sell my products there, and I got invited to do a pop-up shop at that store. I also fully solidified my brand and the direction I wanted to go in with the Cozy Christian Co., all before announcing it.
So I just finished gold gilding, which is putting the gold on the edges of the book pages. I just finished my third one, and I intended to do 7 in total, but I just ran out of the gold foil that I used, and so I think I'm just gonna do 3, and I'm just gonna do my favorite colors for all the journals.
These are all things that I learned from my experience running Made in His Image. These are all things I never did for Made in His Image that I should have. But I don't regret it. I don't regret anything that I did for Made in His Image at all, because this new chapter of my life is so exciting, and I'm so excited for it. And I never would have had it if Made in His Image had been successful as I previously wanted it to be. The Cozy Christian Co. is a cozy little stationery and gift shop for all the girlies who just love everything cozy. My favorite season is autumn. I love when the weather gets cooler, the days get shorter, and just cuddling up with a nice blanket or journal, book, the scent of the holidays around the corner. That is my favorite season. And I plan to make the Cozy Christian Co. the embodiment of that feeling of coziness of autumn in a stationery/gift shop. I have a very clear direction on what I want my shop to be, and a very clear business plan of how I want it to continue to grow in the next few years. These are all things I never had for Made in His Image. I'm so excited for this new chapter of my life, and although I know that I will probably still make a lot of mistakes and still do things that I will eventually regret, I'm excited for this journey. I'm excited to bring all of you along for the ride. know I said a lot of this in my last video, but I'm here for all the ups and the downs of my stationery/gift shop. Although I know it won't be perfect, it'll definitely be an exciting adventure. And what else could I ask for?
my sticker sheets for the pop-up, but my silhouette portrait keeps cutting them wrong and like miscutting them, and I only had limited quantity of sticker paper anyway, and I was doing 2 sticker sheets per sheet of paper, and I've already ruined 3 sheets of sticker paper, so that's like that's a very big percentage of all the sticker sheets I was gonna sell, and like they're miscut, they're not sellable. Obviously I'm not gonna sell these, but I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do because my portrait keeps miscutting them and I don't want to keep wasting sticker paper, and I really wanted to have sticker sheets at the pop-up, so I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do.